Welcome back to Project Buddy. So on today's video, we're going to swap out the odometer in the car. So when we bought the car, it showed 50,449 miles on it. And when I drove it away, I thought, oh geez, I really got this for a good price and the miles are really low. Well, I learned the odometer was not working at all. So as I've been using it over the past couple weeks, I actually downloaded an app that I start when I get in the car, and it will do the trip odometer for me. I can save the trip and I can log it on a spreadsheet, but I wanted to get it fixed. So I did go and pull the odometer out last weekend to see if I could get into the gears to see if they were busted. One of them was busted. The piece fell out while I was working on it. But one of the tough things that I found was trying to pull the speedometer needle off of the gauge itself. So I didn't want to ruin the cluster, so I just sort of held off. And what I did is I used car-part.com, and it searches all the different salvage yards throughout the country, and we'll sort it based off of your zip code and who's the closest, who has it, etc. Sometimes it has a price, sometimes it says please call, and you put in what vehicle you have, and it will search for you that way, and you tell them what part you want to get. So anyway, so what we need to do here is the current cluster. As you can see, it's got 50,449 miles. So what we need to do first is underneath here there are some screws. I've already taken them out, and then I had to take off the headlight switch knob because I need to pull this whole part out. So you just basically pull on the sides and just start pulling it out, and then you can get to the back of the display where the screws are. So we'll start working on that. You pull this dash part out, or trim piece, there's this connector here. So I need to take off this hose, and then there's some screws attaching them, and so I take those out so I can get it out of that area. So now I have to take out this bolt there, or screw, and this screw, and there's one way down there. There's one on the other side, but actually it fell when I took the cluster out last time, so I just have the three right now. So here's the back of the cluster. I'm going to take some of these bulbs out because I replaced all the bulbs in this unit. There's some plugs that go in here, as you can see there. So those will go back in. So I'm going to swap out those bulbs just so I got a fresh set of bulbs in the whole unit. So here's the new cluster. It's got 159,022. And when I actually registered the vehicle, I marked that the mileage was not correct. So this is probably more in line with what the car would be, if not a little low. Okay, so I got the cluster all in. Now I just need to reattach these parts and snap the rest of the stuff back in. Okay, well, I've got everything back in. Doesn't really take that long. So now we'll take it on a drive and see if it starts tracking miles. Let's hope that it does. One thing, that trim piece is very tricky to get in. You'd think it'd be pretty easy, but bottom pieces have to snap in, so we'll see what happens. Okay, well, this is the moment of truth, I guess. So the speedometer is working. I just don't know if the odometer is working yet. So I got to go a little bit farther and see if it tracks. I don't see the trip odometer working, so hopefully the odometer starts to work. We will see. By the way, that's the little app that I'm using. So I've gone a little less than a mile, so we'll see how this thing starts to track. I'm hoping when I get on the expressway that it will start registering my odometer. If not, I spent $50 for a used cluster that potentially may have the same problem, so we'll see. Well, I've driven over a mile and I don't see the odometer moving. So it might be one of those that I'm gonna have to buy the gears. Gee, what a chance of, or what a possibility of having two instrument clusters that the gears aren't working in either one of them. So, oh well, we'll see what happens from here. At least I've got the spare unit that I can sort of learn how to take that needle off and see how to be gentle to be able to get down to the gears. So anyway, hope that you enjoyed. Not that anything was fixed, but I showed you how I did it. And we'll go from there. So please like and subscribe and leave comments, and I guess we'll have another video on this. So take care. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye. Well, this is sort of a postscript on Monday. I hadn't driven the car all weekend, and sort of comical but yet annoying at the same time was all of a sudden, as I'd be driving, the ding dong for you don't have your seatbelt on kept going off, and then it would stop and then it'd come back on. So I don't know if it's part of the instrument cluster or what, but it was irritating and interesting at the same time, or comical. So thought I'd just add that in. Thanks again for watching.